Live from Soho, New York City. It's the longest running live wearable electronics show in the world. It's Wearable Electronics with Becky Stern.
That's me. Hello, everybody. It's November 5th. Welcome to fall. If you haven't watched our fall-themed video from last year, I highly recommend it. Today we're talking about wearable electronics. Today and every week here on Wearable Electronics with me, Becky Stern.
That's right.
Phil, Mr. Late Ada himself, is going to tell us what's on today's show.
On today's show, we got lots of stuff going on. First up, Wearable Wednesday.
We're having a solar day today.
Component of the week.
It's the Touchboard by Bear Conductive.
Tools we would like to be trapped on a desert island with.
I'm going to, I'm going to tell you why I love this cable so much.
Okay. And questions and answers. You got questions. Becky has a whole bunch of answers.
If you have questions during the show, you can ask them in the show chat below or next to this video. You can also ask them on the Google Plus page or on the blog throughout the week or on Twitter. And I'll grab them and I'll answer them on a future show, making you eligible to win the prize, which today is a Flora. I will draw your name out of this hat after I answer your questions later. So if you have wearable electronics questions, you can get them answered and win a prize if you ask them on the show.
All that and more on, you guessed it, Wearable Electronics with Becky Stern. Okay.
That's not even wear it out.
Yeah, we're doing that fast intro that they tell us to do. Like get them in and get them hooked.
Yeah, well, also to tell you what's going to happen. It's a table of contents kind of thing.
We got that. Now you know what to expect.
Yeah.
But some people are saying, what's the code for today? I want to spend some money.
The code is hats off. If you would like to get some wearable electronics from the store, you can get 10% off in the Flora and Wearables category all night tonight.
Yep. Okay.
All day and all night. Well, not all night, until the middle of the night.
11:59. 11:59 Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
And
that's what time.
And it's not exactly the same time it was last week because there's an hour change. There's a daylight savings.
Yes.
Ooh.
The sunny spot in my bedroom now enters at the time it is appropriate to wake up and not an hour later.
Okay.
So in the winter, my sunny spot helps me, and in the summer, it just makes me want to snooze until an hour later.
Okay.
I like the winter anyway.
So let's do this thing.
Okay. So
first up, you want to do what are we wearing?
No, I'm just wearing a regular hat since one of the wires is broken. So we're not really wearing any wearable electronics.
Let's jump right in. Big event this weekend.
Yes, this is Engadget Expand. It is happening on Friday and Saturday. I will be there on Friday. I have a discussion in the afternoon with Engadget managing editor Dana Woolman. And then later on in the afternoon, I'm commentating on the fashion show with Matt Richardson and Kate Hartman.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. I'll be there Friday afternoon. It also goes all day Saturday. It is a free event at the Javits Center here in New York. So, but I think you have to register for a ticket, or they want you to register for a ticket.
Last year, I think I had to, but I just pretty much walked in on Saturday and looked around.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got lots of like boothy booths, robots and stuff like that.
For old schoolers or new schoolers, go on Engadget and search for How To Tuesdays or my name, and you can see my articles. I used to be I was a second author on Engadget, and I had
such a long time ago.
It's a million years ago. It's a million years ago.
That site has changed so much.
You have to use the Jurassic browser.
They don't even listen to my tips anymore.
Oh no, they don't post your tips.
Site.
They have you at the conference though.
They have me at the conference.
We're old news now.
I gotta just send stuff straight to Dana maybe, because all of these dude bros, they don't care about my my sun hats and my. You need to wear
a Microsoft Surface. Then that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
They're small, right? You can wear it like
no, not at all. It's like okay. So
cool. Well, I'm looking forward to speaking at the event.
Okay.
If you go, come say hi. It'll be a good time.
And if you see cool posts on the Adafruit site and project, send them to Engadget. Tell them we sent you. All right. Speaking of big events and more, this is it.
The culmination of the Element 14 Adafruit Gemma Hats Off Challenge is now. Last week was the deadline. Projects had to be up by Halloween. And so we have for you the finalists and their projects. We'll be announcing the winners very shortly in a joint press release with Element 14. And then we will talk about the winner on next week's show.
Okay.
So I wanted to do a quick rundown of all of the finished projects there are to consider.
Okay.
The judging committee was of the large and numerous judging committee.
Hello, committee.
This is Barbara Eldridge's Jaunty Fascinator, which glows brighter. We talked about it last week. It glows brighter and more colorful the more you move around, and then if you stay still, the color slowly fades to darkness.
Okay.
This is Gladys Delgado Garced. She made illuminated ponchos and umbrella hats for her and her tiny dog Pierre. They light up and have GPSs in them, Flora GPSs.
Yeah. You know,
It's
speaking
crazy
of,
looking.
not really
awesome.
speaking of tiny dog, but at Comic-Con there was a whole booth devoted to tiny hats. They have these little
Tiny hats.
and I thought, oh, like maybe they're for little pets, but no, they're not. They're for people.
They're for people.
Yeah, anyways.
To make your
And I
head
thought
look
of the
big.
hats off thing too.
You need one of those to make your head look bigger.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I need. That's what I need, Becky.
I'm gonna get you a tiny, because you remind me of Johnny Depp and Sweeney Todd all the time, you know. And so I think you could have like a little Sweeney Todd hat.
This is a horrible idea.
I'm gonna make you some. It's gonna be Wearable electronics. This is Jordan Cowley's Iron Man helmet. He made it all by himself. It took him a really long time to make the paper form and then fiberglass it up and then Bondo it. And then for the Element 14 challenge, he added the Gemma and the NeoPixels behind
Okay.
the eyes and then inside, so when he wears it open, you can also get this blue glow.
That's
so
cool.
and Jordan is only 15, so outstanding work on
Wow.
your project, competing with all adults and holding your own. Nice work.
Average 15-year-olds are like 30.
Yeah, it's true.
They have more knowledge.
I'm not even 30 yet.
Yeah. These
Does that mean I'm not even caught up to the? Oh man.
No, a new 15-year-old
Yeah.
can leapfrog all of us.
Right. Yeah, because they have all these resources and they're just like sponges, little
Yeah.
sponges. This is Lori Griffith's Mardi Gras mask. So it was her first time with electronics and her first time with paper mache. This is a theme we're finding with all of these entries is that they were all trying something new for the first time. If it wasn't just electronics, but maybe some kind of craft technique they've never done
Okay.
before. So I think this came out nice. So check out the videos for all these projects too on the Adafruit blog. Every Wearable Wednesday we post up all kinds of stuff like this.
Yeah.
But this
Oh, great.
Wednesday it's all of the Element 14 challenge competitors. So.
This is cool.
Yeah, and the colors change, and it's really awesome. This is Carl Penny's gas mask mod, so like raver style LEDs in your raver gas mask with kind of like diffusers that draw the light backwards, kind of like a fiber optic
Yeah.
style.
Also looks like a little Predator-like, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Predator Punk, maybe.
Is that kind of like Baby Guar?
Yeah.
Guar has a female lead singer now.
Really?
Yeah.
And all dressed up in the costume and everything.
Yeah.
I shall.
You know they're in every.
I shall Google that later.
Yeah. Okay, this is Claire Price's Easter bonnet. She used ping pong balls cut in half to diffuse the NeoPixels at the center of each flower, and she's using some really cool textile techniques. She's got some ribbon wrapped flower petals with a shiny material on the inside, and then the gemmas at the center of the ribbon bow on the other side of the hat. Very impressive Easter bonnet.
That's nice. I like that it's also, it's not all about the electronics, more subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
Really good
Okay.
craftsmanship and all of what's going
Oh,
on
look.
here. Okay, here's the one with no LEDs in it, which is always surprising.
Yeah.
Miles Flavel, I think he said his name was, his last name pronounced. He made this hat that tips itself. So it's like you press the button like you're going to tip your hat to someone, but instead of lifting your hat off, you just press the button, and then the top of the hat opens, and this little man pops out, and he tips his hat. Little robo man.
Ding, ding, ding,
And so
ding.
he used 2 servo motors and then the other input on the Gemma for the switch.
Yeah, you know he wants to make another little one inside that one.
Yeah,
too.
I know. Yeah, he needed maybe a trinket, a pro trinket with more outputs
Yeah,
on it.
and then
for
he can
that.
go to like Burning Man or like Maker Faire and stand in probably a giant head that has a hat that's doing that too.
Well, and he made like this video he made. If you watch it on the website, he's like, "Oh, I enjoyed participating, and like I tip my hat to all of you," and then to
then he does
the other
that?
competitors. Yeah, so
Oh, that's
nice
good.
video.
Okay,
And a cute project for sure.
next up.
Okay, David Crittenden wasn't even selected as one of the sponsored finalists, but he did such an amazing job documenting his Coachman's navigational top hat that we had to give him a shout out. He's obviously a costume maker who he said he wanted to prove to like the spot where he works where they do like performance costumes, that he could go far in the electronics realm with what they're doing at his work. So he documented the whole process of making this hat, and it has some crazy construction techniques. He's obviously a very experienced hat maker, but trying out electronics as a beginner, and I think it came out awesome. Don't you think it looks cool? Maybe I'll make you that hat instead of a tiny hat.
Yeah, I like that he mixed it up because it's like every different type of material.
Yeah.
It's like fuzzy hat, and then there's like feathers,
There's like
and
a
then there's
woven
LEDs.
overlay. that
Yeah.
he made. And then he's got, like a weird diffuser on the side and then different diffusers around the brim. So he really
Yeah.
experimented with a lot of different
Mixed media.
medium, yeah.
Okay, so that's all of them.
Yes.
Okay, so what does that mean? Though?
Let us know in the. It's funny when you morph from the logo to his hat; they don't look that different. When you go back and forth from him.
Winner, you matched the logo.
So
It isn't the content. So this contest isn't about how closely you can make it look like the logo.
no,
Okay.
the contest criteria for judging were quality of documentation, creativity, and execution of the original idea. So. Let us know who you think should win, although we have already decided, and we'll
So
let you know.
They can't influence your vote.
Well, you could try. I mean, you could try. I could pull out all the hold the press release if you change my mind somehow. But no. But let us know which ones you liked in the comments, and we'll talk about the winner next week on the show, and you'll probably hear who the winner is before that.
Okay. What other contest in the future do you think you can do? So we got hats.
Well,
hats are taken
Christian
care
and I were talking about what we should do next year, and we thought maybe jewelry.
of. Oh, okay.
And maybe with the new Arduino Gemma.
Okay. Can I put in a suggestion?
Yeah.
A vest.
A vest contest?
Vest contest.
Vest would be good, yeah.
You know, every year I say this is the year of whatever, and it's usually right. Next year of the vest.
Year of the vest?
Yeah, vests are going to come
You
back.
don't think this year's the year of the vest with Hannah Hart and all of her, vest?
Nope.
You think next year?
That's when it's
I
really
do have a
gonna-
video vest on my project list.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the NeoMatrix library. If Phil B is watching, can you help me with the code?
Vest. Yeah. He's there. He's around. Okay. So you have a project that you're working on because previously this was like year of solar, summer of solar.
Right. So last year in the summer we did the solar charging bag project, and we used a Minty Boost and the solar LiPoly charger. But guess what, guys? We have two better things now. We have the Power Boost, which is easier, more compact to put into your 3D printed projects, and then we have a 3D printed enclosure that Noe made. For this project. So it makes it more portable, easier to build, a little more sleek and compact, and uses the Power Boost, which has an on-off switch, which is cool. So I don't know, just watch the video and learn about
Roll the video.
This week we're upgrading this solar charging bag project with a Power Boost 500 and a sturdy 3D printed enclosure, so you can recharge your phone on the go and then refuel your backup battery using the energy from the sun. Hook up the Power Boost to the load side of the Adafruit solar LiPoly charger. It'll draw power from the battery, boosting it up to the 5 volts your phone or Arduino project needs. When your solar panel is connected and the sun is bright, you'll be storing that energy or simultaneously powering your device. We made this enclosure to keep everything safe and portable. Noe can tell you more about it.
Thanks, Becky. So I modeled a basic enclosure in 123D Design to house the LiPoly battery, solar charger, Power Boost, and the slide switch. Everything is going to get tightened down with machine screws, and the cutouts allow you to plug in your solar panel, the USB device that you want to power, and a cable for charging over USB on those cloudy days. You can, of course, get the files and the guide for this project linked in the description. You can even modify the original design to make this work for your own solar projects. Back to you, Becky.
Many of our solar panels have mounting screws that make it easy to attach to any bag or backpack. Or leave the solar panel in a sunny spot at home and unplug the box to bring it with you. Let us know what wearable projects you're working on in the comments or on our weekly show and tell hangout on Google+. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like this project, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more wearable electronics from Adafruit.
All right, and we're back.
So this is kind of like how I wanted to make this project in the first place, but we didn't have a Noe or a Pedro to make us this nice 3D printed enclosure. Yeah, and so this is a battery pack I actually want to carry around with me. I can use it whether or not I charge it over the solar panel. I can charge it over USB, just like the regular other backup batteries that we carry in the store or that you might get for your cell phone. You could swap out, you could modify the design. The files are on 123D Design Studio, so you can go in there and make the enclosure a different shape. Say you wanted to upgrade it to the 2500 milliamp hour LiPoly battery and the Power Boost 1000. You could do that. It's just a really fun project, and we made a new guide. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. That references the old solar project because they're very similar, but this I think is the chicer version and a little bit easier to build.
Okay.
Because it has fewer parts to solder on. So I hope you like that.
Curtis, hats off. This is you can buy the stuff you saw in the video and get 10%
including
off.
the filament for your 3D printer.
That's right. And the filament is not named after me at all. Even though my name's Phil, it's a different type of Phil.
Yeah,
Phil
for
Evans.
SEO we had to spell it with an F.
That's right. Someone in the comments said something really funny. The name of that contest, the best thing, best of the best. Come on, that's good. That's good. Thank you, Scott. That's really good. We got to do it now.
Oh, but Christian's so excited about jewelry. I was pretty excited about jewelry
No,
too.
but just tell him best of the best.
Yeah, best of the best.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, if we want to do it with our Arduino Gemma, like the vest, if you want to do like an all-over vest, it's like might be too many neopixels.
Wait,
Just saying.
is there such a thing? Who are you?
Just switch up
What
to
did you
Flora.
do with Becky
How
Stern?
many neopixels? No, I mean for the floor, it might be too many.
I'm going to the
people wanna
component
do-
of the week.
Okay, because I just like, did you do the table flipping
Now you're
like
back.
gesture at me? Did Becky just say too many neopixels? There was no such thing.
You must be ill.
I am actually not feeling so
Aw.
great today.
Okay.
Okay, I'm fighting off a cold. I took a vitamin.
Component of the week.
This is the Bear Conductive Touch Board. It is really cool. When they've been working on it for like a year. We saw a preview of it like last year at Maker Faire. The team came by and showed us their thing. They've been working on it just to get that white silkscreen just perfect and to get all the parts working perfectly. They debuted it at Maker Faire New York this year. I hung out with the team a little bit, and this board is awesome. It's so cool. What it does is it's capacitive touch sensing on all those pads you see up top, and holds sounds on an SD card and has an audio out. So when you touch things connected to those pads, it triggers sounds on the board to play through speakers or through headphones, whatever you want. And you can use any conductive material. You can use bare conductive paint, you can use conductive fabric or thread, you can use copper tape, you can use regular wire. Do whatever you want. It's completely flat on the back, so you can stick it to paper and make a paper craft project or a wall project, like a light switch or a dimmer or touch switch on to piano on the wall or the floor.
Yeah, made in the UK too.
Yeah, made in the UK. Really
Impressive.
nice quality circuit board.
Yeah.
Arduino at heart, so they're using the Arduino licensing model because their project is built on top of the 32U4, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
looks like it.
Okay.
And it's just really fun board. We have them in the store now, so if you'd like to get your hands on one, check it out.
Okay. And don't pay full price. Oh no.
Yeah, I get 10% off.
No.
Should we do we could do some kind of project, some kind of home decor project, like a whatever painted light switch thing.
Yeah, sure.
They have tutorials on their site too for all kinds of fun.
Okay. So this is the tools we like section. Love's a pretty strong word, but maybe it's love.
Let me tell you
it love?
something. It's love. These alligator clips.
Okay.
They're my favorite.
So you like this? Why do you
I
like this?
them. I like these because they are good for making a junction between conductive textiles and traditional electronics. So you can take like an AC adapter, regular AC adapter with a
Right.
barrel jack, and plug it into the one on the top, and then connect power and ground to your conductive thread circuit.
Yeah.
And
So
then
I see what you're saying.
and then likewise, if you want to like supply power or pull power or even signal, like say you were making two quilts that were hanging next to each other and you wanted to daisy chain something together, you could have one of these on each end and they could plug together.
Okay.
Quick release. I just like it's transitionary materials are actually kind of the most important things for wearable
Yeah,
electronics. The things
yeah.
that make it really easy to go from one place to another
Yeah.
while switching media.
It's like a bridge between the two.
Yeah, it's the trickiest stuff because it's all the unexplored territory because
Yeah.
textile artists don't know how to connect to the electronics and electronics artists don't know how to connect to the textiles.
Yeah.
So it's important to tell you guys about whatever things we're up to using
Okay.
for mixing the two together.
All right. Well,
Also, it's used in the solar project. You cut off the alligator clips and use the jack to adjust the solar panel.
same as before. Use the code.
Yeah, they're cheap, but you can get 10% off to make them even cheaper.
Question and answers. Okay. As usual, at the end, they're
Yeah.
gonna get Flora.
Flora is the prize today. No surprise there, I guess. Your names are in this VU meter hat, and if you later on, I will draw your name. Remember, you can ask questions now or later in the comments.
And here we go. I'm looking to create a VU meter for my DJ setup using 144 neopixel strip using code for the VU meter hat, substituting microphone input for line level input from my mixer. What's the smallest microcontroller I could build this on?
I think the trinket. So the trinket
Yeah.
can take an analog input. That's what the microphone amplifier takes in, and then it can control a number of neopixels after that. You might run into the upper limit of the RAM on the trinket, depending on how you do the code. But I think that the VU meter hat code fits on a trinket, and I think it should be good to go. You might want to prototype on a microcontroller capable of serial output.
Yeah, you
until
can
you get
also-
things right, and then you can port it over.
Pro trinket's not that much larger.
It's true. It's true.
We got all
But
sorts
the
of trinkets.
smallest,
Yeah.
like I think that the trinket
That
like
is
almost
smallest.
fits. It does, doesn't it? It fits
Yeah.
inside the sheathing of the NeoPixel strip.
Yeah, no, super tiny.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is from Scott. Hi, Becky. I'm thinking of a project containing sensors and LRA motors to use in a wearable project. Could use a Flora or Gemma to use this. Yes, like adding to one of your projects like the UV sensors or GPS module. I think this is a good idea. What do you guys think about this? Also, do you guys ever carry LRAs?
So I had to look up what LRA is, and it's a linear resonant actuator, which is one of these, a vibrating disc motor. So
Okay.
yes, Scott, we have them in the store. We just call them vibrating mini disc motors, and they're great. So what they do is they have like an off-center weight inside that spins, causing the thing to resonate back and forth. They're used inside your cell phone. And yeah, they're great for notifications. You could put one inside the UV hat to buzz on your head. One time in college, I had a class where we were trying to simulate like flocking with birds with wearable electronics. We were like trying to make devices where we could where one person could send a signal and everyone would understand without talking or looking which way to go.
So they can all go, yeah.
And everyone made belts with these in it, like front, back, right, left. And I made mine into a garter instead. And everyone in the class except me got a terrible, like, not terrible, but got slightly nauseated by their vibrating belts.
Oh, because it was, yeah.
Because it would vibrate like right on their organs. So, and mine was on my leg. So, very cool.
Okay.
There's your anecdote. Yeah, we have them in the store.
Next
Please
up,
make some cool projects.
this is from Seth. I'm planning on making a watch and 3D print the enclosure. I'm a bit overwhelmed with all the options for displays when looking on Adafruit. OLED, TFT, e-paper, what do you suggest?
I'm a little bit overwhelmed too, so I picked one for you.
Okay.
This one.
That's nice.
The I2C tiny little black and white OLED is a really great place to start because it doesn't use very much battery. We have sample code for running it, just like all the other ones too, but it's, it's a really great place to start out. We haven't made a watch with a screen yet. We've just made watches with NeoPixel rings. So
Yeah, if you Google for like open source hardware watch or open source watch or open hardware watch, there's a lot of examples out there you might want to look at. Some use some of our screens too.
Our e-paper displays, though, all have a giant dev board attached to them that you can't operate without. So I think our e-paper displays are out of the question for your watch. But it's kind of a like toss up the TFTs and the color OLEDs. I just like this black and white OLED. It's really easy to see in bright sunlight, which might be a factor for you on a watch.
Okay. Next up.
Yeah.
It's from Lana.
Eat these tiny questions.
Yeah. I'm trying to add a switch to an embroidery hoop to manage battery life. I have a LaPad coin cell holder. Do you have any suggestions on how I could do this?
Yeah, I did an old project about embroidery. It's got the frogs and the fireflies. And I used a regular toggle switch from Radio Shack for this project where I drilled through the wooden embroidery hoop and it gave it kind of an elegant on-off switch that was, could be activated from outside the embroidery. But also, that's an old project though that I made for Make back in I want to say 2008. And but we have in the store now these coin cell holders with on-off switches on them, and you can sew them with conductive thread. The holes are oriented for header pins, but there's no problem if you're careful sewing to connect to the power and ground. There's two of each on the thing, so you could just connect to the outer pads and use that instead of your LilyPad coin cell holder, or just wire it up to a regular switch on the edge of the embroidery hoop. And if it's not wooden, you could maybe have it poking out the back.
Okay.
Use one of our tactile on-off switches.
Last question. I'd like to add Bluetooth to my Flora Wearables project and control wearables from my phone. Any gotchas?
Yeah, we haven't done a tutorial for this yet, but I thought maybe it would be a good one. The gotcha is that you can hook up the NRF, the Bluefruit low energy module to the Flora. It's just that some of the connections might be in this center in series circuit programming. The little six header block in the middle. Some of the connections might be only accessible there. So you have to solder a wire onto it. Okay. That's just, so like when you're looking at the diagram of the Flora with the pads on the outside, you might be like, oh no, it's missing this one. It's not, it's just not broken out to the very outside of the board. It's only on the middle header there. So like that would be the gotcha. Okay. But we have examples. The Guggenhat uses the Bluefruit low energy module and the Arduino Micro, which is the same bootloader and microcontroller as the Flora, the Atmega 32U4. So that should be okay. But I thought it would be fun. We should do.
Yeah, we should do.
People ask for that a lot. We should maybe
Yeah.
do. I know we're sort of coming out with a Bluetooth Flora eventually, but in the meantime, lots of people want to connect the low energy module to the Flora.
Okay. All right, it's giveaway time.
Okay, so you guys are all eligible to win the prize.
Anyone who asks a question
Yeah,
could potentially win.
anybody whose question is answered on the show. So you have to ask a good question to get. But I will answer all good questions. All wearable electronics good questions. If they are not wearable electronics, maybe Lady Ada will answer them later. Turner, you won a Flora for your DJ setup, your
Woo!
VU meter. I'm sorry it's not the tiniest one,
Woo!
but this is what you've won. Congratulations. You can email support@adafruit.com to claim your prize, and I'll also send you a message on YouTube.
Okay.
Flora. Like it's running in my head.
Okay, rad. All right, well, that's the show for this week, Becky.
Yay!
Code?
The code is hats off in celebration of the conclusion of the Element 14 Adafruit Gemma Hats Off Challenge, which was a ton of fun. Thank you everybody who participated and posted up in the Element 14 Wearable Technology Forum.
Okay.
It was a really good time.
Tonight, show and tell, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You can show off your own projects. Remember to leave a comment on the Google Plus event announcement for the show and tell in order to be added to the circle.
Yeah.
And then you will get an invite every week to show off any project that you would like, which is cool. Fun. It's a fun time.
Yep. Tonight, 8 p.m., Ask an Engineer.
Following the show and tell, you can
Yeah.
join Lady Ada, Mrs. Lady Ada and
she's
Mr.
here.
Lady Ada for an evening of news and
There's a lot of stuff.
going on.
Tonight's a ton of new products, so...
New products,
yeah.
new tutorials,
Tonight.
stuff going on. Check it out. You
And
can ask her
tomorrow-
questions. Then tomorrow is the 3D Hangout with Matt, Noe, and Pedro. Here's a preview of tomorrow's 3D printing project.
Pew, pew,
Pew,
pew.
pew, pew, pew.
All right.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, more wearable electronics.
Bye-bye.